Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Jet Baker and I'm doing one painting each day in quarantine. Today is day 41 and here is our painting for today. It's about social distancing. I'm painting about the coronavirus pandemic every day, and sometimes the paintings are difficult. I'm not painting about the Arbor Day parade, I'm painting about the coronavirus pandemic, but today is it's kind of a cheeky, a little bit of humor in it. We have our social distancing circles there, and we have our pigeon right there in line. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to draw a pencil sketch right here on my canvas. I'm going to use my ruler, which is right here at my fingertips, right here, and draw in my sketch. I've been doing this every day now for 41 days. Hope everybody's safe. Hope everybody is keeping busy. I'm keeping very busy. In addition to this project, I'm writing a script for Zoom. I'm an actor and an artist, and I'm writing a script for Zoom. I made a couple little short films, revamping my website, and cooking more than ever. Okay, I'm going to put let's get our figure in here. We have our figure in the forefront. She is reading her phone, like everybody is reading their phone. Can't see masks from this angle, but they're all in line to go to the grocery store. And the grocery store has painted these circles, social distancing. Here's your shoulders, here's your arm. And I'm drawing ovals like the wooden drawing figures that you see. And then I'll put her jacket on, but we'll get her body proportions right. She has an arm here, and it's going towards the front. We can't see it. So here's her body. Her hips are here. Her legs are here. And then the calves. Oh, this is perfect. She fits right in the frame. Okay. I want to make sure I get that social distancing circle in there, so we're going to shorten your legs there, ma'am. Okay, there we go. And then you have the back of your shoes. Okay, perfect. And then here's that social distancing circle. Perfect. Here's our first figure. She's in line. And then there is this oval, this place you're supposed to stand. 6 feet away, maybe even more. Okay, let's see. So here is let's get some angles in here. There's some nice perspective in here, which I like. It's all going over towards one spot. So we'll have a little depth in our painting, have a nice depth in our painting. There's some benches along here. Yeah, like this. And there is, let's see, windows. I think right about here they come straight across. And then the angle starts to go the other way towards the top of the windows. We'll do the top of the windows here, right through just as it's in the photo. Okay, so we just have some perspective lines in there along with our first shopper. Okay, so now I can go ahead and I can draw a line where those circles will be, those social distancing circles. And I see the next circle has a bird in it. Sometimes you have to enjoy the little things, especially these days, right? Okay, here's our line, and this is where the circles are. So there's another circle right here, and this is where the bird is. Oh, perfect, the bird is right in the center of the painting. And then, okay, here we have another guy. He's standing here, an older guy. And then we have one more that we see here, and then we see the shoulder of someone else here. So you can see where our circles are going to be. And so I'll just draw this guy in here. I'll draw the little bird in, just a little circle there. It makes me happy, Painting makes me happy. That's why I do this. I escape for an hour, or actually 2, 3 hours a day, and I'm not thinking about other things, you know? I'm just thinking about right here in the moment. I mean, anybody can draw, I think. Everybody doodles. If we think about your old school notebooks, was there a little doodle here and there? Okay, here's our guy. He needs to be a little bigger. Here's his head. Here's his shoulders. And his hips and his legs come down to here. Yeah. Okay, and then there's another guy over here. Let's put him a little bit further. And he is smaller because he's in the distance. Shout out to Mozart for the royalty-free music. Thank you. I've been enjoying it. It's really nice, uplifting for me. I hope it's calming and relaxing for you. Okay, here's our guy. Okay, so here's our sketch. This is our sketch. Here's our sketch. We have people waiting in line in the social distancing circles, and they are joined by a little bird. Thank you to my friend Officer Wynn, who posted this today. I hope you and your family are safe. Okay, now I'm going to paint. It's time to paint. I use a palette knife. I use a plastic palette knife. I like this shape. I didn't clean it off yesterday, which is fine. I can just scrape that paint off. If this were a paintbrush, it would be ruined. But this is one reason why I paint with a stick, with a palette knife. Cleanup is easy. And when it's wet, I swipe with a paper towel and clean it right up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mix some paint. Okay, running low on white. It's the color I use the most. And then we'll use some black and primary yellow. Oh, I'm missing my magenta. Use primary yellow, primary cyan, and magenta. This is going nowhere without my magenta. With those three colors, then black and white, I can get anything I need. But I do need my magenta, and it is right over here. Be right back. There we are. You know, after 41 days, I thought I had this down. I'm all set up. I'm ready to roll on time. I'm an actor and an artist, and as an actor, you gotta be on time. This isn't even open. Oh wait, it's a little bit clogged because it wasn't sealed properly. Okay. Here we go. Magenta. So I'm on time. Getting better each day. And I've had a lot of folks who watch every day. Hey, hi. Hey, Wendy. Looking good, right? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start painting in. I'll start with our people. I'll start with our people. Our woman is wearing the grocery store uniform, hair up in a bun, sweatpants, shoes. I'm going to say she has a mask. I can't see the front of her head, but I think everybody has a mask. I think you have to have a mask. Hope you have a mask. I have not been in a store in 42 days. That's okay. I was stocked up. I was prepared. I did have one delivery. And then I had a pickup today. And I saw this situation happening. People lined up at the store. They had these marks on the ground. People were pretty much paying attention. Okay, let's do her sweatpants. On the front of her sweatpants, I'm going to hold the table a little bit. Okay, the front of her sweatpants are a little lighter. I'm going to put just a little white on my knife, right on the edge. Put those sweatpants in. Perfect. Perfect. And then her other leg has a little bit of shadow. It looks like it's morning, so I want to hopefully get that idea of the bright sunshine. So I'm going to put in these shadows in the painting. In the palette knife part. Every day at 1 o'clock I do a palette knife painting, and then I let it dry. At 3 o'clock I come back and I put the details in with acrylic paint pens. And that will really make, oh, that looks great. There's some shadows on her leg there. She's got a jacket on. She's got a little more shadows. Dividing the legs between the legs. Just putting a little black on the tip of my knife and running it down there. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now she has a jacket. It's a military green kind of jacket, olive. So let's mix up a little olive. That cyan gives a really nice range of greens, more so better than using a primary blue. So I like to use the primary cyan. We're getting closer. This is a little minty. So let's a little more yellow in it. There's a little more yellow in it. It's a beautiful day here in Austin. The air is so clear. We had some rain, and a lot of that, we get a lot of particulate matter in our air from farming fires. Farmers in Central and South America burn their fields in the spring to replant, and that air gets caught up in the Gulf Stream, or the Gulf, right along the coast of the Gulf, and comes into Austin. And so when we had a little rain, it's so nice and clear today, like it has been throughout the stay-at-home order all around the world. It's pretty amazing when you see those photos, you know. Here we go. There's our jacket. This is a little darker shade that's going to go on her shoulder. See that her arm is holding her phone on the, we don't see the phone. I mean, she's not reading a book, right? She's on a phone. Although this is Austin. Although, you know what? I don't know where this photo is from. This I know it came from a friend of mine in Austin. Okay, here we go. Her shoulder's a little lighter, so I just mixed in a little bit of white to get, there's her arm there. And then so we're getting her jacket and her sweats in, some shadows in both of those. And then we have a blue hoodie. She has a little blue hoodie sticking out. I'll tone some of that down, some of that blue down a little bit, gray down a little bit. Perfect. I just made denim. Perfect. That'll match my shirt. Oh, gee. I forgot my apron today. You know what? I'm going to just slip that on because I don't want to get paint on the shirt. I took notes from the late, great Bob Ross, who always wore the same shirt. Because he actually had a bunch of them. The same shirt. His wife made them. I don't have a wife, but I do have this shirt that I have chosen to be the shirt. And I don't want to get paint on it. Fascinating, isn't it? Thank you for watching. Thank you to all the people who watch these videos later on Facebook and on YouTube. Hope you're all safe. There we go. That feels good. Yeah, so far no paint. No worries though. Okay, back to the little hoodie. The little hoodie. It's just right there. Boom. The little hoodie. It's a little hoodie. Sure, that's a little hoodie. Perfect. Perfect. And then she has her hair up. Let's do her a brown hair, like a photo. She has what they call a messy bun. I don't know what they call it. It's a messy bun. You know, throw your hair up, go to the store, put your mask on. We'll start with this shade. It's dark, it's darker. There's a lot of highlights on it though. Your hair does look healthy there, man. Okay. And then there's a bun on top, like that. How's that looking? We need to brighten this up a lot. She's the main person in our foreground. Let's start to switch to a full orchestrated version, and I'm moving back to the piano. Not sure why that does that. There we go. Almost every day I'm making improvements to my art studio / live stream studio. And I'm going to paint until this thing is over. So, her hair's a little green. I'm going to put this in there. Lips. She needs just some straight up highlights in there. I want to thank KXAN News Austin for doing a nice story last week. That was fun. Cool. She looks great. That's how her hair looks. Okay, I'm going to move on to our next person. They're a little bit further back. Blue jeans, blue jacket. I'm going to take that same hoodie blue, darken it up a little bit. How am I doing on the hair? The hair is growing, you know, way overdue for a haircut. I'm going to just go with it. And I'm going to call it the stay-at-home hair. Stay-at-home order hair. Okay, here's the jeans. I like this color I'm using. It's a little more teal than jeans, but I am the artist, and this is my world. As Bob Ross would say, you are the creator, creating your world. And that certainly has been true here the last 41 days. Okay, there's your pants. Let's change the color, make your color of your jacket a little bit different than that. Ooh, this looks great. This is one of my favorite parts, mixing the paints, taking those three colors and adding black and white, and then just making every color I need. It's so smooth. I use Golden paints. Hello, Golden. This is not a paid advertisement, but Golden. Golden. They have really cool videos on the Golden social media. It's really calming. It's videos of paint being mixed and smooth and with no sound. It's just, I like it. They know who their audience is, at least in my regard. Okay, so I did a little bit of an oops, but I would say that there's no oops in painting because I'm painting, and if I don't like what I painted, I'm going to paint over it, and then I'm going to paint it again. And if I don't like that, I'm going to paint over it, and I'm going to paint it again. Okay, his jacket's looking good. It's got a little stuff happening. Okay, there's a guy behind him. He's brown, a little bit browner. I'm gonna just mix up, I have a lot of paint on here. Yep, there's his brown. It's kind of reading an army green. I'm actually gonna use this and put a little more detail in on this jacket. Perfect color to do this with. I have learned that the more detail I put in on the first part of the painting, there's less with the palette knives. Or less later with the paint pens, really. This is good. Looking great. Okay. So now that I've used that a little bit, I'm going to change the color even more for this person in the back, just to differentiate them a little bit. Okay, they kind of got a burgundy jacket on. Nice. And a hoodie, which I'm going to draw in. It's very tiny. Using the paint pens, this is just going to look like a little spot right now. But we're going to look him up later. He's got some light blue jeans on. Nice. Look at that. Everybody's had jeans that color, that really faded color. Unless you're not a jean wearer. I have a nephew who is 29. I don't think he's ever worn jeans. I know, right? He's a khakis person. Khakis, shorts. And he's awesome. Okay. This looks great. We have 3 people in line on a perspective. That details on her jacket. It's looking really good. So now I'm going to come back in and I'm going to put in the background. I leave a little bit of white space on the canvas. We'll define the images a little bit. Give it my signature look. And you can see some of the canvas peeking through, which is, I think it's cool. I'm painting on a canvas. Let's see a little bit of that. If I was painting on wood, I'd want to see a little bit of wood through it. Okay, here's our cement color. They're standing on a paved cement sidewalk. I'm just going to put this in. This is fun. If you haven't tried painting with a palette knife, this is really inexpensive plastic knife at any craft store. Target, Walmart, art supply store. Okay. And then it has this pattern in it, so I'm going to put a little bit of pattern in it. And then I'll put some of these, maybe I won't even need to come back and do this with the paint pens because this looks great. That looks great. Now these little ridges of paint will catch the light in the room and really give the painting some depth. I don't even know if that reads on there. See, yeah, I can see when the light shines on the wet paint. There, the cement bricks there. Okay, then there's a row of. We're going to say that's the edge of the building. I'm going to simplify the drawing, the painting, the picture that I'm looking at to, because I can, to really focus on the story to me. Each painting is a story. This story is about social distancing. This is the new normal. This is not going away anytime soon. In fact, I look forward to seeing all of the new creative ways that retailers will be implementing social distancing as everything gets back up and running. This is just the very beginning Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Okay, that's the base of our building there, and then our building is blue. Nice bright blue. It's a little darker where the awning is blocking sunlight, and then at the top it's the light blue. We're going to put that in. Okay, and actually there's a lot of gray windows in there too. I'm going to start with the blue. This is a little bit, I need a little bit of magenta in there. Using magenta and cyan, you really get a really bright range of purples and blues that you wouldn't get using primary red and primary. Yeah. Okay, that's perfect. Let's put that in. Okay. It goes up here. Oh, this is a really nice color. I like the color of this painting. The colors of this painting. All right. Coming in. You never know where I get my inspiration from. Literally yesterday was the nightly news. I just saw that all the reporters with their masks on, and I don't ever think I've seen that before. So that was the painting of the day yesterday. When something like the Mercy comes into Los Angeles, that's going to be the painting of the day probably. When the Comfort came into New York. This was a very dark week. It was the peak of New York. And then on Easter, this is our first painting of recovery. Paintings are a little bit lighter. I think people are feeling a little bit lighter. We're still cleaning. We're still having death. I'm not painting about the Kite Festival, I'm painting about the pandemic. We have officers showing love to the hospital workers. That's an image that's iconic, that went worldwide, from Fort Myers Police Department. Shout out to all my friends at APD and APD Outreach. Be safe. We work together with the Austin Police Department Outreach Department. Those are the folks who do Blue Santa, servicing 28,000 families every year with a box of gifts for each child. Not just one gift, a box of gifts for each child. A big box of food and a full dinner. People, that's an all-year project that APD OCL works on. They also have outreach programs to every community, every ethnic community, faith-based community. They do the National Night Out. Okay, just check in here. And my nonprofit Share Art Heal brings art to the APD outreach program, the youth leadership program every summer. This will be our 5th year. Okay, now there's a little bit of light coming through the top here. I'm going to just take what's left of that blue and use this little lightened tint of that color where the sun is hitting it. Okay. Get my perspective right. It's narrower at this end. Gets a little thicker as it's closer to us, right? That's how perspective works. Okay. This looks great. This is actually the Austin Police Department Youth Leadership Program blue color going in here. So the Austin Police Department Youth Leadership Program has been over 10 years now and is getting great results. It's helping create the future leaders of our community. So now after 10 years, each year, there are students that come back with a successful college career, a successful business career, a successful military career. And they talk to the young students, they're middle school students. That's the age that the officers choose because that's when, that's the time when some decisions could go wrong. And these kids are invited to come every year for 4 years. So they get to know each other, and then they go back to their schools and they're leaders within their schools. And every year they come back together and touch base. And it's really a leadership program. These kids are not just, I bring art. We make some great art, and art is healing, and art is a great way for the kids to get to know each other and to focus. They really focus and they're making something. But it's not just art. They are doing lessons. They are doing homework. They have assignments. They're doing book reports, and they're good kids. They're good kids. So I'm really happy to support that program every year with art. Okay, I'm just putting in, there's a roof here. This is the awning. We're getting close to the end of the first part of our painting here. There are some beams holding this thing up, so I'm going to put those in. There's one here. And I'm going to define these more with the paint pens later. I'm just going to get them in so you can see the perspective happening. This looks cool. And I like the background. If the background is not as detailed as the foreground, that's fine with me because we're really focusing on, we're going to be focusing on the circles on the ground and the social distancing. Looking good. Let me put another one of these poles in. I'm going to straighten this one out a little bit. Okay, and then there's another one here. Right at the edge. And that's got a nice thick ridge of paint on it. Again, it's going to cast some shadows on the painting and just give it a little more depth. This is looking great. Painting makes me happy. Okay, now let's just do a check here. There's some windows in here. I'm going to put some windows in here. Just take whatever color I have here. It's kind of a purpley. I'm mixing it in with this gray. The color they're kind of dark, so I'm going to put a little black in that. Ooh. Now this gray. Okay, got gray. There's some gray in there. Let's put some windows in there. Cool. That looks cool. To me, that looks really cool. Those windows, I know how it's going to look when it's finished. It's going to look like there's light reflecting off those windows. Okay, and they go all the way down. Okay, that's cool. And then I'm going to put some lighter reflection in there as well. There's this blue just sitting here on my palette. I'm going to try to get some of that. And there's a gray. There's a couple of colors on my pen, on my palette knife at the same time. Just tapping in this color. This is going to look like reflections in the glass. There's a couple other details. There's just a line that's going to define the edge of this awning. I'm getting a lot of paint on just the edge of my knife, the thin edge of my knife, and just drawing a line. All this is going to be tidied up. There's some globs of paint on there. It looks cool. And then there is like it's a corrugated metal, so I'm going to make it look like a corrugated metal. And I'm not drawing each line all the way across. I'm just suggesting what's going on here. This looks cool. I'm just about wrapping up the first part of my painting here. I come back, I let it dry for a little bit. I'm going to have a sandwich, and then I come back at 3 o'clock, and it'll be ready to finish up with the palette knife, with the paint pens. Okay. Okay, there's that. I don't love it, so I'm going to change it. Because I can. I want the lines to go a little bit more the way they should go. They're not, the perspective isn't right. So I'm going to take them out. Take them out. And I'm going to put them in the right angle. Because it's paint. And I can. There's no mistakes in painting. There's no mistakes in art. I always tell that to the students. Sometimes, like, that mistake is the thing that really makes the painting. And it wasn't a mistake. I think art's a place where you are the person making the art. You can do it any way you want to, and nobody should tell you it's wrong. That's perfect. I'm glad I changed it. Yeah, that's the perspective we want. Right? It's hard to see that. You can see the lines in there when the light hits it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is the end of the first part of the painting today. Let me just show you our inspiration photo again. Thank you to Officer Wynn, who posted this today. A little bit cheeky painting today, a little bit humorous. Oh, good thing I put that apron on, right? Oh, I didn't get any on me. That's our inspiration photo, and here are people social distancing. And I'm going to come back at 3 o'clock right here live on YouTube. And until then, be happy, go out for a walk, make some art, and be kind. Bye. See you at 3.